Hey guys, this is Big Tony with PhoenixTV, and this is our weekly podcast. Tonight we're a little short-handed, but we've got myself, Big Tony, we've got Phoenix, and Viva Let 'em tonight. And our first topic of discussion is about three of the members of the team are going to head to Nashville, Tennessee this weekend to go check out the comic book convention coming up.
That is correct.
Yeah, it should be pretty cool to hear what they get to go see. I mean, they get to see a couple of the actors from the Walking Dead series, as well as a chance to see I forget his name, but one of the actors from Game of Thrones, as well as guy
Rory
that plays.
and
I see. Rory McCann.
it's the guy from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
We'll be busy doing videos and handing out cards and all that. So if you see us, say hi. We'd like to put you in a video.
Should be exciting.
I think Flo's going to do live debates.
Yeah, we'll be walking around doing some stuff. Hopefully get some videos and do some debates with people in the audience, and hopefully get to see some cool stuff. It'll be my first comic convention I've ever been to, so I'm excited to see it. And we'll be missing a couple of our members, but we'll definitely get some video and pictures up.
Unfortunately, I have to be on the other side of the country, so I won't be there, unfortunately. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, but you make it easy whenever we go to PAX.
Very true.
All right, so the next thing is GTA 5 comes out next week on Tuesday, I believe.
That's correct.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of hype going on around this, and have you guys seen the leaked video, or at least the first leaked gameplay footage that came out earlier this week?
No.
Well,
It was a couple weeks ago, but yeah, they leaked out like a third of the game or something.
well, yeah, but I guess the very first video that was leaked out was only a couple of seconds long, and it was two dogs going at it on each other. It was pretty hilarious.
Oh.
Wonderful.
Yeah, no, more than that got leaked out. I'm not sure exactly what, but I guess if you had pre-ordered it, then they'd accidentally sent those people that had pre-ordered it some like map or
Yeah, they did send out a map, and apparently the map is really big, and people are pretty excited. Like, it's supposed to compete with the size of the Skyrim map, apparently.
No, bigger than Skyrim.
Bigger than Skyrim, even? Well,
yeah,
geez.
Skyrim was only 16 square miles. I've heard it's supposed to compete with the Just Cause 2 map, which was 200 square miles.
Well then, okay,
Yeah.
This thing's gigantic. It's going to take you forever to memorize your little patterns that you like going around. Hopefully they don't loop it too much.
No, it's a big thing. On the map, the main city where everything takes place in is like a little section of the map. The rest of it it's huge.
It should be exciting, fun to explore around, and have some interesting videos. That means we're going to have a lot of content for you guys, hopefully.
Not for me.
How much have you guys played it? Like all the other ones?
I played 2 hours of 3, and I haven't touched one since. I never really got into GTA, unfortunately. And I know a lot of people are ecstatic about it, and they love the story, but I don't know. I've never been a big fan of a lot of open world games. Like, I'm very picky with them, but GTA 5 actually looks like one I might consider getting, just because it's not just about the hype, but just simply on the mass scale of the whole thing. Just seems a lot more intriguing than some of the smaller scaled ones I've seen.
San Andreas is the only one that I've played around in, really. Besides watching my drunk friends try to play Vice City.
What about you, John? Or Phoenix?
Yeah, no. Not a Grand Theft Auto person.
Well,
I don't dislike it necessarily, but I just don't like it. It's not mine.
I might try it out simply, well, I don't know. I think it's it looks more intriguing than what it has in the past. It looks like it's matured a little bit more as a game. I'm not saying necessarily as a content, because it's not really a game to take seriously based off of what it's all about. But in terms of how they've moved along the story and such, I think it's going to be a lot more engaging, and that's what I'm excited to see.
All right. Now, in our earlier discussions yesterday, a game came out called Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs. And I have no idea what this game is about, except for the fact that you guys told me it was a horror. What's this game about, and what's the intrigue about it?
It is supposed to be like, okay, you know that huge craze of Dead Space when it came out that kind of revitalized the whole horror genre for a couple years ago?
Sure.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, basically what happened is after 2 was released, people kind of were like down in the dumps, like it wasn't as scary. They kept on rehashing the same scare tactics, and it kind of became, they got familiar with it. No longer became that scare. And because of that, there was a whole bunch of people that were scrounging the internet trying to find a game that could really give them that scare that they're looking for. I guess a couple of popular YouTubers found that game, and it happened to be the original Amnesia, Dark Descent.
Yep.
And based off of their reactions, it got these huge reviews, and a lot of people started swarming in and playing it and scared the living daylights out of them. Basically, you're trapped into this dungeon-esque castle, and you're trying to escape, and it has some really weird, messed up shit in there. And just based on, because you don't have any weapons and you have limited amount of light that you get to use, like you have to, it's a play on your senses more than anything. It tries to trick your mind rather than trying to force you to be scared. Well, Dead Space was more of a force scared.
Huh.
It's tried to force that adrenaline rush, while Amnesia tries to use the senses to give you that adrenaline rush.
I read the review for the second one, and they give it good reviews. Getting rid of all the
Machine
crap.
for Pigs?
Hmm?
Machine for Pigs or Dark Descent?
Machine for Pigs.
Which,
by the way, is a great tagline for a game.
I think so too. You know, I don't think. Well, that's the way a lot of sequels are. I think. Normally how I look at it in a trilogy, the first one's amazing. Everyone's going to love the first one. The second one is like a build-up for the epilogue, which is the third one. And the third one's supposed to have the most amount of action. That's pretty much how it always is in every trilogy. So I would never expect the sequel, the second game, to ever amount to what the first one is, and would not compare action-based, because it's trying to feed you all the information for that epilogue. So I understand that completely, and I'm fine with that. As long as it has mediocre reviews, then it's still a game worth playing.
It's an interesting take.
Very. All right. So we started these podcasts officially weekly a few weeks back, and our very first podcast was on a very specific subject that I'm very sad that Flo's not here for. But another game came to our attention from the same makers of the game I am referring to that we tried to post a video on and got in trouble for.
From the same siblings.
Same as what?
Same siblings.
Yeah. So we found this game called Infinite Crisis, which is a MOBA, like League of Legends or Dota, and
Smite.
Yeah, and so we thought, oh, this would be cool, and then we found out that it was made by Warner Brothers, because we got invitations to the beta. So we can't talk about it. I have played it. The only thing I can say is go try to get a beta access.
We can't say, though, it does take place in the DC universe.
The DC multiverse.
Yeah, it's all based.
DC multiverse.
All based off the DC characters. But I mean, that's pretty much it. So just go try to sign up for a beta. You can Google Infinite Crisis, check it out. But yeah, that's all we can say, because Warner Brothers is
we can
amazing and likes to keep everything.
We can say a little bit more. We can say that we are very disappointed in the privacy policy of Warner Brothers. We can also say that Warner Brothers, they're trying to get into a MOBA style game very late into the franchises. They're basically one of the last MOBA games that's in production at the current moment. All the other ones have been pushed out and are already out and public to play. And because of that, because they're not really publicly trying to get attention to their game, it's almost like they know it's not going to be a big hit. So, in perfect honesty, it's just a lot of disappointments from Warner Brothers, especially because a couple of their last games have been really good, and I understand why they were so trying to hide it from the public eye for a while, but in this game it makes no sense simply because if they know it's going to be a train wreck, then they should try to get as many people to look at it as much as possible.
Well, that's not to say the game is a train wreck. We can't say anything one way or the other about it.
Oh yeah. That's just my appeal on it, or that's my opinion on it, just based off how they've been treating the game so far with their privacy policy.
Right.
Yeah. So basically, if you want any information on it, go look it up yourself, because we don't want to get in trouble anymore.
Yeah, that's suggestive.
We're prepared to. We could get videos. We could get it all to you, but we can't because of our privacy policy.
Because Warner Brothers has money and lawyers, and we don't have money and lawyers, and so even if we're in the right, we're still going to lose.
So, all right. Well, I think that's everything that we've got for this week. Stay tuned next week when we get back from Nashville. We'll have video and content up
Videos will be on Monday
for you. What was that?
Videos will be on Monday.
Yeah. Videos and stuff will be up on Monday. Make sure that you go to our YouTube page and like
and subscribe.
That. Also, we have a Facebook page. Go and check that out and like us there.
It should be in the description below.
Yes, it will. With the daily gaming meme because we're awesome.
Of course.
Also,
so keep coming back. Check out everything that we've got. You guys have anything else?
Yeah. Also, I just want to say that we have a lot more content coming out. I haven't been able to create much content for you guys. I do apologize, and it will eventually. We'll get to the point where I'll be putting out more content. Big Tony will be, and so will Phoenix. But we're really working on upping the quality of our videos. So those of you that have been watching us from the beginning, we do appreciate the support, and please continue to support us. And like what was said before, please like and subscribe.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a good week.